Hello, welcome to another S.H.Figuarts review. S.H.Figuarts is a figure series that incorporates a band action figure alternative theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. This is Kamen Double Heat Metal, and with this figure I've pretty much completed all the main forms from the TV series, and all of the riders from Kamen Double S.H.Figuarts line. I am missing Cyclone and Joker Double Pack, but I don't really think I want to get that. I'm happy with my Joker and Cyclone as it is, and that pack was, I don't know, if I see it for super cheap I'll get it, otherwise I mean, it's in the Decade movie for a short while, I don't really want it, but anyway. Standard Kamen Double style box with grey and red, just like the suit itself. Black and white picture of the suit there. Here's the top, and the bottom, and the back. If you want to take a closer look at the box art, instructions and photo shoot of the figure, please feel free to head over to the Facebook or click a link in the video description below. There's a little baggie on the back because this is one of the older S.H.Figuarts, and inside there's the instruction manual 54321. I'll get that out of the way, and we have this right here. So inside the tray we have a Power and Fist hands already on Heat Metal. They also have the metal shaft in short version, long version, and relaxed hands and item molding hands. So open this up. This is still in the early days of S.H.Figuarts where accessories are, well, limited. These days we'll have a few more hands with this guy. For example, maybe hands of him pointing, count up your sins. The long one is just packaged in here. This is second hand, so the pack has already been opened, but the guy only cut a little hole in it, so just gonna pull that out. And this, if you've seen my other reviews or anyone else's reviews of all the other figures, it's the exact same metal shaft you get in any other pack that has a metal figure, like the Lunar metal or Cyclone metal figure. So just get that one, put that staff back into the packet and put it back in there. And we got this one here, which is again just the same as all the other double ones. With a little peg there, so you can just sort of peg this thing into him. And since I have the other figures holding the long metal shaft, this one's just going to have this pegged in for display purposes anyway. Because I have the other ones holding long versions, so I don't need him to hold long version as well. So zoom out a little bit and we can have a look at articulation. So same base body as any other double figure. I've done this so many times with this base figure, but here we go anyway. Double neck joint, up, down, sideways, sideways, full rotation. I'm pretty much just doing this so you don't have to watch other videos to look at the articulation. Shoulder pads go up and down, soft-ish plastic. A little ball inside there that rotates inside the torso with this little arm there, so go up, down, rotation here, full 360 here, double elbow, hand is on a little ball peg, it's on a little swiveling arm, so got a decent amount of movement. Torso is on double ball joint, so up, down, sideways. Size a bit limited, rotating is a bit limited since the belt is a hard plastic, so it's pretty much stuck. This keeps this thing in place. Leg goes down, leg goes up, little rotating here, up, back, double knee joint, feet are die cast, up, down, toe joint, really tight sideways, and side. This thing's stuck, I think, sideways, and yeah, really tight die cast joint. Kamen Double Heat Metal has the same praises and complaints as every other basic double figure because it's basically the same figure. Bandai really made a lot of money off us with this way of having the base mold the same. The crimson red's really nice, and the metal color is also pretty nice as well, although I do have to say I do really like Heat Trigger a lot more. As for metal, I like Cyclone metal a lot more. I just think those color combinations are so much nicer. Still, praises are that the actual figure looks pretty nice, the coloring is really good. I can't really see any molding problems, like molding injection line here. They're all hidden pretty well. Even the Made in China stamp is also hidden on the back, printed in the grey color that sits on the metal side of the body, so you can hardly see it. diecast feet are also pretty good for posing the figure. However, looking at some of the newer S.H.Figuarts these days using plastic feet, they're able to hide the joints a lot better, because there are little metal screw holes where the metal joints at the joints. Compound eyes are pretty good. Horns are hard, so do be careful. They're quite pointy as well. The double driver does unplug from this figure, so you can swap them around for something, because the only difference with these double drivers is that the little color thing in the middle bottom is painted slightly differently, so you can do a little hinging bells thing, I guess. But the same complaints are that there are no guide memories. The guide memories on the double driver aren't painted, they're just black plastic. The joints are all black plastic, so it cuts up the suit quite a bit. Unlike the newer sort of Cyclone figure, it has green joints, which makes the figure look a lot better. Or the Joker figure, which does need a different color because it's already a black body, so that looks okay. Fang Joker also has a white joint, so does Eternal, and all the Axel riders have the correct colored joint plastic. So those are improvements down the line that came later. I'd have to say the orange on the heat side of this figure doesn't seem that nice, but it's the same for all the other ones, so don't know why I didn't notice that before. Accessories are also very limited, just 4 extra pair of hands and the essential staff that he needs. So he really does need those extra hands to make him really worth it. This figure and Lunar Trigger, the basic 3 forms of double, are getting harder to get. Cyclone Joker is pretty okay because they had a reissue, but this one and Lunar Trigger is getting harder to get, and the price isn't too good on these. If they're basically the exact same figure as Cyclone Joker, and yet the price for them is almost double the amount, which is kind of annoying. If you really like double and like collecting the double figures and you just have to have the basic forms, I can recommend this to you. If you're just passing through, you don't really care for double, then this one's pretty much a miss. For me personally, double is one of my favorite shows after Cougar, for example, and Kamen now. So I wanted to have all the figures from double line, and not many of these pop up, so if you do like double a lot, then you're going to have to try a bit harder to hunt these down, unless you want to pay insane prices online. There is one slightly loose joint on this figure, which is the hip on his right leg, so I'm going to have to tighten that back up, but otherwise all the joints are still pretty tight, and this is a second-hand figure. Phew, so yeah, apart from Cyclone and Joker, I have all the riders from this show. Dopants, I am interested in getting the Nazca Dopants, so if I see them for cheaper, I would definitely go get those, but the rest of them, not too much. Terror, maybe. No, not Terror, Redder, maybe. That's a pretty good figure too. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and of course, take care and have a nice day.